Today we are going to see how we can change your boring text animations to something like this. Let's start with creating a composition. I'll name it Wiggle Text. Now let's create a shape layer. The shape layer is empty, so we'll just quickly double click on the rectangular shape tool, which will add a rectangle of the size of composition. I really like the yellow color, so I'll stick with it. You can change it from the top bar. Now we'll duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D. Let's pre-compose this by pressing Ctrl Shift C or right clicking and going to pre-compose. Change the name of pre-composition to source. Let's double click on source. Quickly go to effects and presets, and if you can't find it, go to Windows and click on effects and presets or press Ctrl+5. Let's search for fractal noise. You can double click on this if the layer is selected, or drag and drop on the layer you want it to be applied on. Now that the fractal noise is applied, if I try to press spacebar to play, you can see that the noise is not animated, but we'll need it to be animated in order to change or give that wiggly effect on our text. So what we can do is we can either animate evolution or we can animate random seed. For this type of animation, I'm going to use random seed. You can just open the random seed option. To animate random seed, press and hold Alt or Option key on your keyboard and click on the timestamp icon near random seed option. This will now open an expression text control panel. Just write the expression time multiplied by any number that you want to write. This part is totally subjective. I really like the number 10. The kind of animation it gives is good for me, but you can try to come up with a number of your own, or you can use the number 10 to get an animation just like me. So let's do it and click somewhere outside the text panel. Okay, now I think we are good to go. Let's try and play this. Yes, now we can see that there is some animation happening. So I think this will be good for our displacement map source. Now let's try to set a displacement map source. Let's go back to our original composition. Type something using the text tool and choose a thin font because this animation looks best on thin font, but you can try with bold fonts also. Let's again go to effects and presets, look for displacement map. Change the source to the composition we have created, named as source. Now if you play this, you will see that the text is animating. But we don't like the fractal noise at the background, so we'll quickly hide it by clicking on the eye icon or dragging it below the shape layer. Now I kind of like this whole design, but I think there's something missing. What I have tried is I tried to add some drop shadow, which will quickly do to the text layer. So go to effects and presets again, search for drop shadow and drag and drop it to the text layer. Now this looks perfect to me, but you can try various things. Now I'll show you how we can animate the text. Quickly open the text options, go to source text and click on the timestamp to animate it. We already have our first keyframe. Now let's go to 2 seconds and click on text and change it. This will automatically create another keyframe, and once you play it, you can see how it animates automatically. This is how you can animate anything in After Effects. I'll bring you more videos on motion graphics, video editing, and photo editing. Stay tuned for that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.